The sun is up and beaming down on this sticky Carolina morning as a group gathers at the entrance to Barbie Farms in Concord. These folks aren't farm workers, but they are here to work.
So what we're trying to do is save that good food that would go to waste.
Jean Sayers organized this outing, bringing together volunteers with a common goal to help end hunger in their communities.
We have a large food desert just north of Kannapolis.
Here at Barbie Farms, rows of vegetables and fruit trees line nearly 70 acres of this North Carolina Century farm. Charlie, Barbie, and brother Brent are sixth-generation farmers. Brent owns and operates the farm, one of many that partner with the Society of St. Andrew, the nation's largest and oldest gleaning organization.
We work with farmers and volunteers and hunger agencies, sort of a triangle, if you will, to connect farms that have excess produce with volunteers who can pick the produce, with hunger agencies and neighborhoods that can receive the produce and get it to people who need it.
Last year, Barbie Farms donated more than 103,000 servings of produce. Today, they've opened their tomato fields to Sayers and her group of volunteers.
This is not perfect food, but it's still got the nutrition to it and everything.
The group picks a good spot to park and unload equipment. A quick tutorial from Sayers.
You want to take that stem off.
Then, buckets in hand, volunteers set out to divide and conquer. Among those hard at work reaping the crops are members of Christ Episcopal Church in Charlotte.
You know, being out here is something that, I don't normally do every day. So it's something new, and it's with the community that I enjoy being with.
Now that the profitable produce has all been picked, the volunteers behind me will go through these fields and glean what's left. They'll pick a couple thousand pounds of tomatoes today, looking for almost ripe red ones and green ones, discarding any that look like this, which means they'll go bad before they make it out to clients.
Farm fresh tomatoes in the grocery store, they're $3, $4 a pound, and folks on a fixed income just aren't going to be able to do that.
As part of the North Carolina Gleaning Network, Sayers organizes outings like this on a weekly basis.
We usually start up in probably in late May, early June, when the strawberries and blueberries start, and then July and August are the busiest times when we're kind of going full bore in the fields.
She says they stay busy through the winter months.
We continue to move food all year long.
Sayers says in a community as affluent as Charlotte, it may be easy to forget how many of our neighbors struggle to put food on the table.
I think a lot of people feel left behind.
It's a mission Maria GANDY shares.
Who needs a bucket?
GANDY is program director for Caterpillar Ministries, a grassroots nonprofit nestled in the heart of the Huntington Green mobile home community in Huntersville.
In the neighborhood, families struggle with is either you pay the rent, you pay the bill, or you buy cheap food.
Maria understands their struggle because she lived it. One of 7 children raised by a single mom who would wake up at dawn to go gleaning so they could eat.
My mother is extremely proud of me.
But she says that's not what drives her to help others.
I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do, and because if I come over here and pick tomatoes, then I know that some kids are going to be eating spaghetti sauce or salsa.
After gleaning, GANDY takes her haul back to Huntersville. Crates of tomatoes along with boxes of eggs from St. Andrews are unloaded off the truck. Once things are set up, she goes on Facebook Live to spread the word.
So please bring your container, a bag, or a bucket.
Within minutes, cars line the street. Joshua Leon lives nearby with his parents and 5 siblings.
We're really thankful for everything they've done.
He says he comes to the pop-up food pantry once, sometimes twice a week. Today, he brought 2 of his siblings to help carry the groceries home.
For this community, it helps out a lot, like financially and just like having a better, life.
Feeding Kannapolis Hunger is a group with a similar mission. The nonprofit connects families in Cabarrus and Rowan counties with fresh food. The organization doesn't stop there, offering wellness classes and cooking demonstrations at their weekly mobile markets. Participants receive a supplemental food box filled with whatever volunteers glean that week.
To take it from the field to the people that in need is something very special.
Fruits of their labor that would otherwise spoil instead provide sustenance for hundreds of local families.
To do this just actually does me more good than anything. But when you're in the field, you feel closer to God.
For Bramlett and others in the network, gleaning is a gift that feeds their souls. For Carolina Impact, I'm Rochelle Metzger reporting.
We hope you enjoyed the story. If you don't want to miss any more great stories about the Charlotte region, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.